Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Chillin. We're in Van Dillen, and today I've got the chance to hang with Abby Hornacek. Abby, it's so great to see you.
I get the chance to hang with you.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, you've got this great show on Fox Nation, Parked. And you go all over the country, go into the national parks, and you talk about not just being a sightseer, you're actively engaged in rock climbing, you're going down crevasses and glaciers. You've got a great job.
I am so blessed. I don't like to draw too much attention to the fact that I have a great job because I'm like, somehow I snuck it in there, and one day someone's going to notice and be like, why are we paying you to do this?
Listen, I feel the same way. It's called, it's like the fake effect, right?
Yeah.
It's like, don't look at me right here, but what I'm doing is great. But
Exactly.
you grew up, you were born in Utah, and then you moved to Arizona. So those two states, beautiful national parks.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I mean, I grew up going to the national parks in Utah.
So did that train you for the job that you have right now?
I think it did. You know, it was when I got the job with Fox Nation to do Parked, I kind of, I pitched certain ideas around it because I had grown up going hiking and going to Zion, and, you know, I did Angel's Landing when I was like 7.
Jeez.
Yeah, my mom was really stressed, but there were, I think, moments like that in my early years that really made me comfortable with being outdoors. I'm way more comfortable outside than inside.
So as a child, you went from Utah to Arizona, but you're very athletic. So it wasn't just desert sports. You grew up surfing as well, right?
Oh, I appreciate you saying that I'm athletic. We'll have to roll the tape to see if that's true. But yeah, grew up surfing, went to California a lot when it was the hot summers of Arizona. And yeah, grew up snowboarding, skiing in Utah, then surfing and rock climbing, the whole gamut.
Is there anything you remember on vacation you used to do that was just real fun?
Yeah, well, I grew up going to Coronado in San Diego, and we would always do these beach Olympics, and it was always really hot, and we would have to push through that. And we had so many different events.
Yeah.
But it was always really cool because it was one competition, but also, you know, you'd have to run out into the ocean, and you think about all the stingrays.
Was this just your family?
So we did play, we would wake up really early and with just my family, and we would have these competitions with paddleball, and we would make a whole court on the beach. People probably hated us taking up so much real estate.
Yes.
We would set up different nets and play, but then the Beach Olympics happened once a year, and that was involving multiple families.
And throwing frisbees and stuff on the beach, too?
Yep, exactly. Well, my dad and I had this tradition growing up in Arizona. Every time a storm would come, we would go outside in the backyard and we'd play frisbee because of the way the frisbee would just act so erratically with the different air, and it would get so calm, of course, right before a storm.
Yeah.
And then we would listen to the birds, and anytime we heard the birds going crazy, we're like, a storm's coming, let's head outside and play frisbee.
That's wicked cool. And in Arizona, you could see them coming from miles away.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's my other question. I was watching the Parked series I've been watching now for a couple years. It's terrific.
Thank you.
You do a lot of crazy stuff. All right, so you rappel, you've jumped out of airplanes, you go down crevasses in glaciers up in Alaska. Are you clinically insane?
I think so. I always say I have a loose screw, and that is what allows me to do this. I don't know what it is. I just get so excited when you're up there, and let's say it's jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah,
you're
which
just
is nuts.
It is. Well, I think it was the first time I did it, I was like, wow, how do I get certified? Because this was awesome. But, you know, you're surrounded by such beauty, you kind of forget the activity that you're actually doing.
Right.
You're like, whoa, that's so beautiful. I want to jump towards it.
I was watching you paraglide, and you're asking the dude to do tricks. I'm like, why are you even wearing a helmet? That's not going to do anything.
Yeah, well, when we were doing that, we saw a bald eagle flying next to us, and I was like, I want to feel like that bird.
It's absolutely amazing. And that was the one that we were watching before. We went to Alaska, rappelled down that crevasse right there. Does anything scare you? Because if that rope goes, you're encased like a caveman.
Which I know you've been lowered into a crevasse as well.
It was the scariest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it's freaky, but you're gonna laugh because like I said, have a loose screw. I'm not really afraid of anything.
Love that.
But what I'm terrified of is, you know, we did a couple diving down to shipwrecks.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of the sharks. I'm not afraid of the animals down there. For some reason, I freak out when I try to go. When I'm by a big ship underwater.
Right.
Maybe it was something in a past life. I don't know.
So is it claustrophobia, you think?
No, nothing. I get so freaked out. You know, doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's the ghosts that are haunting these shipwrecks that are putting bad ideas in my brain.
Well, you became a great journalist right now. So we've been watching the show Park for a long time. If you weren't a journalist, what do you think you would have done in life?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, I used to want to be a marine biologist. So hopefully there's no shipwrecks that I have to go research.
Yeah,
but
really.
yeah, I think anything that has to do with outdoors, I love science and the way things form and studying different ecosystems
Right.
and understanding that as human beings, we're just such a small part of the larger picture. So I would love to explore more underwater.
That's great. Yeah, see what's underneath the surface right there.
Yeah.
Growing up in Utah, Arizona, real quick, do you remember any major storm systems smashing you?
We did have a giant storm in Arizona one year, and I went to an all-girls Catholic high school, and I'll never forget, it was a giant haboob, and I was driving to school, and I had this local radio show, John Jay and Rich on, and all of a sudden I hear our principal, Sister Patricia, on the radio, and I'm like, Sister Patricia's on the radio, and she's like, hi, any Xavier students coming in, school is canceled, the
Wow.
power is knocked out.
For a dust storm.
For a dust storm.
Holy cow.
And I was like, whoa, that was pretty cool.
By the way, is that your favorite name for a storm system? It's got to be.
Haboob.
It is,
Yep,
right?
I like that.
It's my favorite
It's a good
one.
conversation starter.
It's my favorite one. So listen, let me get a real quickly, this or that. We'll give you about a minute to answer.
Uh-oh, I'm really bad
real
at
quick.
decisions.
This and that is pretty good. I think you're going to like this one.
Okay.
Okay, first one is Iowa State or USC?
Oh gosh, I answered before the end.
Yeah.
I gotta go USC, fight on. My parents went to Iowa State. Sorry, mom and dad.
So University of South Carolina, huh? Okay. I'm kidding. No,
Yeah,
my
that
wife
is the real USC.
my wife went to Clemson. She calls that the university's second choice.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? Here we
heard
go,
it.
because I know your dad was a big fan of them. Okay. Phoenix Suns or Utah Jazz?
Utah Jazz. I grew up in Utah. It's such a good organization.
Yeah,
The
that's-
Jazz Bear, if you have a chance, go look at the old Jazz Bear, what the kind of crazy things that he did. Maybe that was part of what inspired me to be so crazy.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, Utah Jazz or New York Knicks?
Utah Jazz. Don't even have to think about that one. Sorry, Knicks.
It's the first wrong answer.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. Cubs and some of the Yankees. Unrelated, kind of.
Good.
But,
Yeah, we were talking about that before. Rangers or Islanders? Don't tell me Islanders.
Rangers.
There you go.
Yeah, just only because I saw this sitting here.
It's
No,
on
I
my
love the
cup.
Rangers. Those are fun games.
All right.
too.
All right, let's stick with sports. Basketball or volleyball?
To watch or play?
To watch.
To watch. That's so hard. I don't know. I love both. I think because I played volleyball, I love to watch the sand volleyball in the Olympics.
Right,
So
okay.
I'm going to probably put sand volleyball, but I do love watching NBA games.
Of course. And speaking of NBA, three-pointers or slam dunks?
Slam dunks are more flashy, more fun. But if it's just a regular dunk, whatever.
Your dad is like, what, are you kidding me?
Sorry, Dad.
I won the three-point competition. What are you
Well,
kidding me?
that's different. A three-point competition is more fun because it's one after the other. What I don't
true.
like is when, now Steph Curry just walks
I
up the
know.
court and shoots it from four. I mean, impressive.
I know,
But
yeah, I'm with you. It is
Less
more fun to get
technicality.
down deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right in the paint. So football or hockey?
ooh, probably. I love watching hockey. So I'm going to go with hockey.
Okay, good.
I like to play football, though, better.
Excellent. All right, last question. Would you rather owe somebody money or owe them a favor?
Owe them a favor, because I feel like it's really easy to do favors for people.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you are.
All right, and then
Yeah.
last question. Have you ever broken a bone before?
What
doing all
favor
your
are you
stuff?
going to ask me
No,
for?
no. Have you ever broken a bone?
Never broken a bone. I've had probably over 100 stitches in my
Stitches?
life.
Would you snitch on somebody?
Yeah, I didn't give them the favor they asked for.
Very good. Abby Hornacek, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
So
Chillin, baby.
fun.
I'll get you a real beverage after
That
this.
was chillin'. I'm going to take this New York Rangers cup, actually.
You take it. Yeah, the Fox Weather logo. It's good stuff. Hey, don't forget, check out our show. You can stream all 8 seasons of Parked on Fox Nation.